Hello guys. I'm Carrie from Carrie Tries It, and in this video I'm gonna watch The Honeymooners, Season 1, Episode 35, Mind Your Own Business. It's not go to your own business. It's not your business. Let's start. That's what I remember from my life. As a kid, I used to love to go to someone's business. I didn't have mine.
Norton, you play gin rummy your way, and I'll play gin rummy my way. My way is the scientific way, and it takes a lot of figuring. For instance, I noticed that you picked up a queen before, and I know you picked it up to make a run of 3 queens. I also know that you have a run of clubs. I also noticed that you threw away 2 sevens. Therefore, you couldn't possibly use the card that I'm about to throw down, which is a 7 of spades. That's scientific figuring.
That's ever-loving gin. See there? 25 for gin. That's a total of 90. Boy, I'm telling you, it's a good thing that... You know, if you were Rockefeller's son, I'd never have to work another day as long as I live. What a trouncing. 28,000 pints. That wasn't a blitz. That was a blouse. You owe me 14 cents.
Why this one without rings and this one with 2 rings?
We haven't finished playing. Now let's get on with the next hand.
No, I don't want it.
What do you mean you don't want it?
I can't.
We got plenty of time. The girls won't be home for another hour.
Well, I can't. I can't concentrate on the game. I got something on my mind.
Now, what could you possibly have on your mind?
Well, you know, that promotion that was due me in the sewer? I think they're gonna give it to Cassidy.
Well, how can they give it to Cassidy? He's only been with the sewer company for about a year. Why should they give it to him instead of you?
Well, I think it's politics. You know, he got pretty close to the big shots downtown.
He's only been with the company for a year. How could he get close to the big shots?
Well, don't forget, for the last 6 months, he's been working on the sewer right underneath City Hall.
You're just looking for an excuse, Norton. You could get that promotion if you wanted it. All you have to do is go in and sell yourself to them. Tell them how important you are to their organization.
Well, I don't think I have to do that, Ralph. I think they appreciate what I'm doing, the job I'm doing.
Just go in and tell them that this is your future. And your future isn't next year or next month or next week or even tomorrow. Your future is now, right now. And that's when you want the promotion, right now.
Well, supposing they don't want to give me the promotion?
Then you scare them to death. Tell them you quit. Tell them after 17 years in the sewer, you're finally washing your hands of the whole thing.
You think that'll scare them, huh?
Certainly it'll scare them. They know they need you. They know it. And what's more important, now you know that they need you. Thanks to me. All right? Now, let's go on with our game.
No, I don't want to. No, I can't. I'd rather not play anymore. And listen, forget about the 14 cents you owe me.
Oh, I'm not forgetting about it. I lost 14 cents playing cards. And I'm going to pay it off. All I want is a chance to break even. Now, we'll play one more hand, double or nothing.
No, I don't want to play. I don't want to play particularly double or nothing because when you win, then you always start yelling and screaming at me.
I promise you I will not yell and scream. Be very careful how you play this hand because I'm out to get you. It's your pick. Come on!
Gin! I gotta admit, Ralph, this time you didn't yell at me because you were...
Ralph home yet?
No, not yet, Ed.
You had your supper already?
No. I haven't even been upstairs.
Is there something bothering you, Ed?
No. What, me? No. What, bothering me? No.
Well, I got some delicious goulash. How about trying some?
No, thank you. I don't feel like eating.
You don't feel like eating now. I know there's something bothering you. All right, Ed, now come on, out with it. Something go wrong at work today?
He's eating in his house and in their house.
Yes.
And so,
I guess you'd call
teenage?
it that. I had words with my boss, Jim McKeever.
Oh, well, those things happen to anyone.
Yeah, but not this way. It don't happen to anyone this way. After what he told me, I find it impossible to work one more day for him in the sewer.
Well, what'd he tell you?
You're fired.
Ed, he fired you?
Yeah, how do you like that? Hey, you get the picture? Good old Ed Norton, reliable old Ed Norton, working 17 years in the sewer, and now everything down the drain.
Down the drain. I know it. New York
I don't know what to do.
phrase.
I haven't told Trixie yet. I ain't got the nerve. Hey, Alice, you and Trix have been friends for a long time. Suppose you go upstairs and break the news to her.
Oh, no, Ed, that's a man's job.
You're right, Alice. I'll get Ralph to do it.
Ed, this is something you're going to have to do yourself. You're going to have to tell Trixie.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I don't know how to do it. I can't think of the words to say to her. If only I didn't have to... Hey, how about this? Maybe if I could tell her that we went broke, that the sewer went bankrupt. No,
Ed, there is no way of getting out of this. You have got to go upstairs and tell Trixie.
Well, guess you're right, Alice. Gotta face the music, fight fire with fire. I like to say in a trade, cess la Gary.
Hiya, hon.
Oh, hiya, Ralph. Ralph, I got awful bad news for you.
What?
Ed was just down here, and he told me he was fired.
What?
Uh-oh.
He threatened his boss, told him he had to have a promotion or else. Now, I wonder who could have talked Ed into doing a thing like that.
Me?
Yeah, I wonder who could have done a thing like that.
Well, you know, it couldn't have been Ed's idea. It doesn't sound like him at all. I know what it probably was. Probably one of those big mouth characters. You know how those big mouths are, Ralph.
Yeah?
I
So easy,
know.
always to tell somebody else, you know, butt into somebody else's business. Those big mouths all the time can figure out everybody else's life, but they never have the courage to do it themselves.
Now, wait a minute,
I
Alice.
have.
got courage.
What?
I mean, if I told somebody to quit their job, I wouldn't do it unless I had the courage to do it myself.
Well, thank heavens you're smart enough to mind your own business.
Did he tell Trixie yet?
Well, he just went up to tell her, but he's awfully worried about how she's going to take it.
Wonder what he's gonna tell her.
Well, what can he tell her except to say that he was fired? What worries me is how the two of them are going to manage. Boy, I just wish that I could get my hands on whoever it was that gave Ed that advice.
Oh,
How does Trixie feel, Ed?
I chickened out. I couldn't tell. I was standing outside the door there, and I just couldn't think of anything that could come into my head to tell her. I don't know. I chickened out. I thought maybe I'd go across the street and get her some flowers, you know, make her feel better. Boy, I stopped and think of how everything went wrong today. You know, Ralph, I got to work this morning. I said to the foreman...
There's no sense of rehashing it. It'll only make you feel worse. Just forget about it, and you'll get over it like that.
I feel
The
guilty.
past is gone. We got to concentrate on the future.
That's it.
Well, guess I'll go get some flowers.
Listen, Norton,
What?
if you ever should be short of money or anything, you know, just have to ask me.
Oh, thank you, Ralph. No, I got a couple of bucks.
Well, if there's
Thank you.
anything you want, you know where I am.
Okay. Sweet kid.
Oh, Ralph, I'm glad you're such a good friend to Ed. He and Trixie really need you
The
now.
best.
We're going to have to do everything we can for him, Ralph.
Yeah. Anything they want.
Oh, almost forgot. I came down to tell you something I almost forgot to tell you. I just don't want you to feel sorry about me losing my job on account of you giving me the advice. All I'm trying to tell you is that it
Uh-oh.
was good advice, and I'm sorry that things turned out the way they did. Well, I'll get the flowers.
Now, look, Alice. You know that Norton's my best friend. If I told him to do anything, it was with the best of intentions. You know I don't want him to lose his job. And I'm gonna get his job back from Alice. Honest, I'm gonna get his job back to him. Tomorrow morning, first thing, I'm going down the sewer and talk to his boss. There's nothing, Alice, nothing in this world's gonna stop me from going down that sewer tomorrow morning.
Oh, no? There isn't a manhole in this city that you could fit through. How could you, Ralph? How could you do a thing like this to Norton? Now, what's he gonna do, Ralph? There is only one sewer system in New York. Now, it's up to you to help him.
Well, I'd asked down at the bus company if there was a job down there for him, but they're not taking anybody on.
I just hope he's not out of work any length of time, Ralph, because it's gonna be awfully rough on the two of them.
Well, look, we'll just have to take care of him, that's all. Whatever is ours is theirs from now on in.
You're so right.
You don't
We're gonna
have
do
anything.
everything we possibly can to help him.
Alice. Ralph.
Someone said him, quick
Ed
job.
has been fired. Oh, I wondered why he hadn't come home. Poor Ed. 17 years down that sewer, and this is how they treat him.
Trixie, how did you find out about it?
One of the fellows from the sewer called to console him. Oh, I wish he was here. I hope he's all right.
Oh, now take it easy, Trix. Ed's all right.
Oh.
Yeah, he's okay. As a matter of fact, he just went across the street to get you some flowers.
Flowers?
Yes, he was worried about how you were going to take the news.
Worried about me? But I was worried about him. He's had his heart set on being made poor.
Aww.
Oh, poor Ed.
So
Who would have thought this
cute.
could happen? Oh, it must have been a terrible shock to him. Ed, darling.
Trixie.
Oh, honey. Listen, don't be discouraged. The worst thing that sewer ever did was letting you go.
You know?
Oh, sure, but honey, everything is going to be all right. You're going to get a better job, a much, much better job. I have faith in you.
Trixie, you're a wonderful woman.
Oh.
You sure you're not angry for me losing my job or anything?
No, of course not.
You're positive?
Positive.
Well, all right, folks, just stay where you are. Stay right where you are. Well, as long as everything's okay, I'm going to take these back to the flowers. I'll be right back.
Hi, Alice.
Oh, hi, Trix. How'd Ed do on the new job today?
I don't know. He didn't come home yet. Oh, Alice, I was so nervous waiting upstairs alone, I just had to come down here.
Oh, I'm glad you did.
You know, Alice, it's awfully important that Ed does well on his first day. After all, he's been through these past 2 weeks without work. He needs a lift.
Oh, Trixie, don't you worry about Ed. He'll make a fine salesman. He's got the perfect personality for it. And from what you've told me about this electric steam iron, it sounds like a wonderful product, and I know a lot of people are going to buy it.
Oh, I hope so, Alice. You know, if he does well, he might forget about losing his job.
I know. Ed's tried to hide it, but he's really been pretty blue about this, hasn't he?
Oh, I'll say. And it started me thinking, Alice. You can take the man out of the sewer, but you can't take the sewer out of the man.
Trix, you sure you
She's
don't want to take this up
fixing
or get a nice
socks.
thick steak?
I did the
You
same.
realize we've eaten down here every night for the
No,
past
no.
2 weeks?
Oh, well, so what? It's just as easy to cook for 4 as it is for 2.
Thanks anyway, but we're going to my mother's.
Well, don't you ever get the crazy idea that you two are imposing on us. Say, you got any vinegar upstairs?
No, I haven't.
Well, I got to run down to the grocer's and get some, but you stay right here because I'll be back in just a second,
All
okay?
right. Yeah.
Hi, Trix.
Hi.
I was looking for you. You weren't upstairs, so I figured you'd be down here.
Say, Ed, how'd the new job go today?
Oh, fine, fine.
Oh, good. I'll be right back, and then I want to hear all about it.
All right.
Ed, dear, did it really go fine?
It was a dark, dark day. Let me tell you.
Very good
door to door,
job,
there's no way to get rich. I
salesman.
walk my feet off. I call
Try
on
to sell
137
something.
prospects.
Oh, man.
I made one sale.
Out of all those people, you only
But it's
sold
good
one
school.
iron?
One iron, one iron. That was my last stop.
Oh, but Ed, that's very encouraging if you sold your last customer. Maybe after talking to all those people, you finally hit on the right approach. Can you remember what you said to the customer who bought the iron?
Sure, I can remember. I said, Mama, you just gotta buy this iron for me.
Oh. You sold an iron to my mother.
Not your mother, my mother. Tomorrow's your mother. And the outlook ain't very bright because the day after tomorrow, we run out of mothers.
Maybe you could try some other kind of work.
Other kind of work? Look, let's face it. Let's face it now. I mean, there's not many jobs that I can step into. A sewer worker is like a brain surgeon. We're both specialists.
Well, let's hope tomorrow will be better.
I hope so. What's for supper?
Oh, we're not eating here. We're going to my folks.
Oh, we are? Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm getting very self-conscious about eating here, about mooching off Ralph and Alice.
Oh, it's been bothering me, too. Ralph and Alice have been just wonderful, but after all, there's a limit. You know what Alice said to me today?
What?
She said that if your job doesn't work out, we're to move in down here with them, and they won't take no for an answer.
Oh, huh? Hey, you know what? I was just thinking. If they thought maybe that I was doing very good, you know, and that the future looked very rosy and bright, they wouldn't worry, would they?
No.
So why do I have to tell them that I'm not selling any irons? The business is lousy. I'll tell them that I'm doing great. I'm doing a wonderful job.
Hey, good idea. After all, we're not their responsibility, and we'll manage to get through this somehow.
We
Ed.
certainly will. We'll show them.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi,
Hi there,
Ralph.
Ralph. Where's Alice?
Oh, she just ran down the grocery store.
Well, pal, I have my fingers crossed. How did you do on your first day as a salesman?
Just great.
Yeah?
Jim Dandy. I want you to know I sold a lot of irons. I made $40 commission.
$40?
Yes, sir, boy. $40. I was selling irons like hotcakes. I stopped at
You crazy,
because I didn't
doctor.
want to push myself into a higher tax bracket.
Oh, funny.
$40 in one day?
Yeah, isn't that wonderful, Ralph?
It's
Now, you
in-
and Alice won't have to
It's
worry about it
real
anymore.
life.
That's
When
right,
someone is trying to be higher and telling you, oh, my job, blah, 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 and you're
Ralph,
losing
Ed
your
and I
job
have to go.
because
We're
you
doing my
want
mother's for
to do the
supper.
same, and then you recognize that.
Norton, do you think they could use any other
I just
salesman
like-
down at this iron place?
Well, at the time, they were all filled up. I don't think that...
Well, look, you know them. Couldn't you go in and recommend them? You know, tell them what a great salesman I am.
Ralph,
I
Ed can't
said-
go recommending people. He just got started himself, you know.
Yeah, I just got started my
You
first day on
know.
the job, you know. Besides, you got a very good job. You're happy in their work. They like you and everything. Don't quit. Stay with it.
Yeah, but $40 a day.
Look, it just takes a little knack to be a salesman. I mean, some guys have got it, and some guys don't. Now, I just happen to be one of the guys that has it. See? You
Yeah,
understand?
I see.
You understand, Pat?
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. See ya.
Bye, Ralph.
$40 a day?
Oh, hiya, Ralph.
Yeah. Listen, we had veal chops last night, didn't we?
Yeah,
And the night before that, we had meatloaf, right?
I think so. Why?
I'm just making out Norton's bill, that's all.
Bad friend.
Every meal he's had down there.
Ralph, have you lost your mind?
No, I haven't lost my mind. He can afford it. He made $40 today.
$40, that's wonderful. But, Ralph, it's ridiculous to charge them for the meals they ate. We did that because they're our friends.
Because they're our friends. Would a friend treat anybody like he treated me? Would he? And after what I did for him?
What did you do for him?
Oh, so you're forgetting too, huh? I'm the one that got him fired in the sewer. He couldn't have taken another job if it wasn't for me. French?
Uh-oh.
Do you know what he tried to do to me just now? I said to him, look, Norton, you're making $40 a day. Is there any possible way you could recommend me to become a salesman over there? He says, well, Ralph, he said, I would, but some people have it and some people don't. In other words, that I wasn't as good a salesman as he is. Well, let me tell you something. Can you imagine how much money I can make if that nut can make $40 in 4 months?
don't know how much a nut like you could make, Ralph. But you're not going to risk losing your job to find out.
Risk losing my job. I'll do it in my spare time at nights.
You do it in your spare time at nights, Ralph, or days off or anything like that, you'll be too tired to drive a bus. You'll lose your job.
I won't lose my job. This isn't risky at all. Imagine that. $40 a day.
All right, Ralph, but you're no salesman.
What do you mean I'm no salesman? I'll have you know, when I was 6 years old, I sold more lemonade in front of my house than any kid on the block.
All right, Ralph, then I'll compromise with you. You stay with the bus company, and the next hot day we have, I'll make you a great big pitcher of lemonade, and you can stand out front and sell it.
He can try just one day.
Oh, you're
He'll not be
right, Alice.
tired on his job after one day.
You're right.
Ralph, will you listen to me for a minute? No matter how good any salesman's job is, it is still a gamble. So Norton made $40 today. Who knows what he's going to make tomorrow? At least with your job, Ralph, a steady job, you know how much money you're going to bring home every week. Furthermore, you got a pension, Ralph, and it guarantees you security. Your boss likes you, you're due for a raise and a promotion. Now, when you get that, your job is going to be much better than Norton's.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're right. For the first time since I know you, I agree 100%. And I know how to get that promotion and raise right away.
I don't understand.
It's called the old squeeze play. Do you know what
Squeeze
that
play?
is? Let me explain it to you. Very simple. Tomorrow morning, I get up bright and early, and I go right down to the Spiffy Iron Company. And I make sure that I can get a job there. As soon as I'm sure of that, I go right over to see Mr. Marshall, my boss. And I tell Mr. Marshall that I have this other offer, and that it offers me $40, maybe $50 a day. Therefore, I'll have to leave the bus company. Otherwise, you'll have to give me my promotion and raise. And that's what you call the squeeze play. You know he's not going to get rid of me.
It's not going to work, Ralph.
What do you mean it's not going to
It's
work?
not gonna
I'm
work.
Squeeze Mr. Marshall. He's in no position to squeeze me.
Of course not. He couldn't even get his arms around you.
One of these days. One of these days. Pow! Right
Oh, Ralph, I've been worrying about you
Wait a
all
minute.
day.
I got a surprise for you. I have it right here.
Do you need iron?
Ralph, please tell me what happened. I've been so worried.
It's nothing to worry about. I pulled a squeeze play. First thing I did was go down to the Spiffy Company, make sure that I had the job. Then I went over to Mr. Marshall and laid my cards on the table. I said either I get my promotion and raise immediately, or I take the other offer. He said to me, Ralph, we think very highly of you here at the company. You're one of our most honored employees.
Go
However,
out
the
of
raise
here.
and the promotion are out of the question. Then I pulled a squeeze on him.
Ralph.
I said, if you think that much of me, I certainly wouldn't quit this job for any other job.
Oh.
So I'm back at the bus company.
Hey, I got great news. I got the greatest news in the whole world. You don't have to worry. Everything is turning out just like you said.
What are you talking about?
I got a call from the sewer. They want me back there. They give me the promotion. I report for work in the morning.
But what about the other job?
I quit that job.
You quit it, but $40 a day, Norton.
Oh,
Um.
well, I got a confession to make. I
Yes,
only stole
I have.
one iron, and that one's to my mother.
Well, why did you tell me you were making $40 a day?
Well, I felt a little guilty
I was
about it. I
shamed.
felt conscious about mooching on you and everything, and we thought that if I was making out good, that you wouldn't worry about it. And I just want to, at this time, thank you very much for everything that you did. And if I stay here any longer, I think I may...
There's the man that can't do it out down in the sewer.
Ralph, what's in the box?
Oh, the surprise. When I went over for the job at the Spiffy Company,
Uh-huh.
well, I ran into one of the salesmen. He sold me an iron. Isn't that a beauty? Where you see it work? This is going to make your job a lot easier, Alice. Now, as soon as this thing heats up... soon as this thing heats up, you go in and get the ironing board. And when you see how this thing works, you'll be amazed at the simplicity of its operation. Now,
I hate this thing that salesman trying to sell because it's always very bad things. It was very funny. Okay, guys, we watched with you Honeymooners, and I hope you enjoyed it. Right now, it's my favorite show, and I'm so happy that we started to watch with you old Hollywood shows. So if you want to recommend me some episode or you want to recommend me show that we didn't watch it yet, please write me comments. Don't forget about like, subscribe, and support me on Patreon. Here is the link for Amazon wishlist, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.